this past year I've kind of been having like an issue, and I've been kind of struggling recently, and maybe it wasn't the best thing for me, to run off to camp, but I just want to say that I'm gay, and I'm not really, sure what to do, or...
No, once you tell me that, you get a problem. I understand, and quite honestly, as far as I'm concerned, your lifestyle is your lifestyle. It has nothing whatsoever to do with the way I look at an individual or the way I judge one. However, by telling me what you just told me, it automatically takes you in for I wish you hadn't done that.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Trippin'. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant. But those that like the same sex have the characteristics. The right-wing conservatives think it's a decision, and you can be cured with some treatment and religion.
Somewhere in Des Moines or San Antonio, there's a young gay person who all of a sudden realizes that she or he is gay, knows that if the parents find out, they'll be tossed out of the house. The classmates would taunt the child, and the Anita Bryans and John Briggs are doing their bit on TV, and that child had several options. Staying in a closet, suicide, and then one day that child might open a paper and it says homosexual elected in San Francisco, and there are 2 new options. The option is to go to California, stay in San Antonio and fight. 2 days after I was elected, I got a phone call, and the voice was quite young. It was from Altoona, Pennsylvania, and the person said, thanks. And you've got to elect gay people so that that young child and the thousands upon thousands like that child know that there's hope for a better world. There's hope for a better tomorrow. Without hope, not only gays, but those blacks, and the Asians, and the disabled, the seniors, the us's, without hope, the us's give up. I know that you cannot live on hope alone, but without it, life is not worth living. And you've got to give them hope. Thank you very much.
I feel like the government is trying to take those rights away from me.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about the churches over here that we see over on the side that are having their say in this matter?
Okay, they have their rights, we have our rights. We all are human beings.
Them old stars, I see that you've come so far to be right where you are.
I have ordered Secretary Aspen to issue a directive consisting of these essential elements. 1. Servicemen and women will be judged based on their conduct, not their sexual orientation. 2. Therefore, the practice, now 6 months old, of not asking about sexual orientation in the enlistment procedure will continue. 3. An open statement by a service member that he or she is a homosexual will create a rebuttable presumption that he or she intends to engage in prohibited conduct. But the service member will be given an opportunity to refute that presumption. In other words, to demonstrate that he or she intends to live by the rules of conduct that apply in the military service.
The Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News. In what could be the largest rally in U.S. history, hundreds of thousands of lesbian and gays march on the nation's capital demanding equal rights for all. Good evening, I'm Harry Martin. It is a simple matter of justice. That is the rallying cry of tens of thousands of gay Americans who are in Washington, D.C. tonight. This is the way it looked over the mall as organizers hope for 1 million marchers, a crowd that would rival the huge civil rights march and anti-war rallies of the past. Andy Field has been covering the march, and he has details for us tonight.
Being gay can be deadly. Dorothy Hages lost her son Alan Schindler because someone beat him to death. Alan Schindler was in the Navy. Dorothy marched today to save a life.
I'm scared to death that he could be killed. You know, instead of asking if somebody's homosexual, why don't they ask them if they have homophobia?
The march had very few confrontations. Some people were outrageous, some went out of their way to shock. And most of the estimated few 100,000 marchers simply demanded equal rights in the military, at work, anywhere where the Constitution guarantees equality.
But I stand with you today because the preamble to the United States Constitution begins with the words, "We the people." Discrimination cannot be tolerated under any circumstances.
Thousands of people risked professional suicide by publicly announcing their lifestyle. Bewitched television actor Dick Sargent made his announcement last fall.
She don't know what she wants to be, with all the pictures in the